Ladies, your body holds so much wisdom, but have you taken time to actually listen? Most of us, we are so much in our headspace all day long. And also me, like after especially now with this lockdown, with homeschooling, I hardly have time to actually connect to my body. I'm kind of like pushed in my headspace all day long, being a mother, being a teacher, running a business on my own by myself every day, all day. And it's been fucking draining. As many of you probably know, I'm working as a sex coach, as a sex psychologist for women, helping women break down all the barriers so that they can feel sexually alive and connected to their true self. So that they feel free, that they feel alive, that they feel filled with pleasure. And so being in your body, or even being in my body, being connected to my true self is what I do. It's what my business is about. And even I have been feeling the weight of the lockdown and how not having time, or not creating time or creating space and time for myself, is taking me completely out of my body and into my head. And that's why it is so important to actually create time to do the practices that bring us back into our body, out of our head, and into feeling inside. Because that's the only way that we can actually listen to what our body is communicating with us. What is our body need? What does our body need? And from that place of feeling, from that place of listening, from that place of breathing and following the impulses of our body, we can actually free these trapped, unexpressed emotions, these fears, this sadness, the frustration, the anger, and the trauma, like all these barriers, without needing to go into the story. So even me, I have a few practice groups with colleagues where I'm doing the same work, where I take my clients through these same kind of practices, but I'm doing them with myself, with my colleagues. Because also me, I needed to survive this time, to stay out of my head and connected to my true self. Because in truth, the more you stay in your head, the more you start to experience a feeling of separation. And separation is when your narrow is focusing, when you start to actually over focus. And eventually this is creating a sensation of fear. And the moment that you are in your head, you're narrowing your focus, you're creating these sensations of fear, you're no longer fully present in this moment. And that's why you can't feel joy. That's why you can't feel pleasure. That's why you can't feel happiness or contentment, because you're stuck in your head, you're creating fears, you're narrowing your focus. And that's why it's really, really extremely hard for so many people also to meditate, because the moment that you close your eyes, you're trying to be still, your brain gets worse. It's like suddenly you're all this overthinking, all this analyzing, like trying to figure out answers, trying to find solution. It's like boom, it's just exploding, and your brain is activated even more. So the key element here is to use the body to get back to the body, and not to use the mind to get back to the body, because the mind will simply get you stuck in your mind. So how do you do that? Well, you want to actually move into a broad focus, to take the attention of the thinking, of the overthinking, and to experience calmness, to experience lightness, to experience pure energy and space within your body and also around of your body. And you do that by sensing, by no longer over analyzing, no longer thinking, but sensing. And if you can stay long enough with the sensing, the body will start to relax. And then you will get back into the moment, into this moment now. And then all the barriers you have put up will automatically fall away. So simple, yet such a challenging thing to do. I'm really curious to hear where you're at, what you're doing, like how you are doing, how you're staying in the moment, and how you're managing to come back to this moment now. Let's talk about it. Let's share and let's talk about it. Have a really great day.